Now to explain it all, good morning, Summer. Thanks for taking the time.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Likewise, what are the agencies looking out for here?
We're looking out for price gouging and scams that are increasing. So we've received close to 100 reports of price gouging. Our Consumer Protection Division set up a special line and dedicated investigators that have already served notice on 24 businesses to cease and desist in the price gouging. The law is very clear that when we are in an emergency, which here we have a state and a local emergency state declared, that prices on necessary items can't go up over 10%. And so our office, the District Attorney's Office, is teaming up with Mara Elliott, the City Attorney, and with the U.S. Attorney, Bob Brewer, to fight this together, to unify our forces.
The teamwork obviously is critical. How big of an uptick are we seeing here? Because I've been reading reports that the price gouging and the scams in particular online are just through the roof right now.
They are through the roof, and we're seeing, sadly, a lot of terrible greed and terrible fraud that's going on. I mean, to up the prices on masks and surgical gowns, things that our doctors on the front lines need, and our health workers that are risking their life to save others, is truly deplorable. And this is why we are focusing and putting resources on this while still protecting all of public safety, working with our police officers and sheriff. You know, we still have, unfortunately, some murders and robberies, but we are having to dedicate these resources because we want to make sure our consumers are protected in this hard time. Very, very important in terms of the scams to remember that the scammers will prey on anything, our fears and vulnerabilities as to the coronavirus. They will send things that look like legitimate things that can help you, that can immunize you. They will send things that look like they're charities that are legitimate, and they really learned how to make it look very, very trustworthy. So do not respond to any emails or any requests like that. Find out who are the legitimate organizations doing work, and there's so many of them here locally, and then go on their website and contribute or volunteer if that's what you want to do.
You know, a lot of us are kind of seething at just the thought of the people who do this. You prosecute these people. You've met these people. Who are these people that have no consideration for their fellow human being? Who are these people?
Well, the scammers and fraudsters, it's amazing because we've had cases where we've already prosecuted them, but they go back and continue to do it. It is kind of the challenge. It's almost beyond just the money, but the challenge of messing up somebody else's life and being able to trick them into providing money and things like that. So that's it's not a good thing what is happening, and their mindset is something that we have to stop. And fortunately, we have an excellent catch team that works on cyber crimes and is able to really do our best to stop them.
Sure.
Some of them that originate not even in the United States but across the world, those are more difficult, but we are still trying to extradite some of the big actors to make sure that we send a message that we're going to take care of it even when it's not within the United States.
I think the appropriate word here is despicable is a good way of putting it. Before we let you go, any reports of discrimination? We've seen stories about this throughout the country. Is San Diego seeing anything related to this?
Well, discrimination, especially as related to the coronavirus, it can lead to hate crimes. So we are watching that very carefully. Our hate crimes division is contacting our partners in the community, especially the Pan-Asian communities, which is where we are hearing across the country of reports. We haven't had an active case yet. We've had some reports of terrible language being used, and we know that hateful language is kind of the predicate predicate to then actually committing a hate crime. So we're watching that very carefully. We are in business, we are part of the essential service. So we want to assure the public that our hate crimes division, our consumer fraud, and all of our public safety divisions are at work, and so are the city attorney Mara Elliott's team and the U.S. Attorney's team. So unified, we are pooling resources to make sure that our community is protected.
Summer Stephan, our district attorney, we thank you for taking the time. I know you're busy.
Stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Summer. You as well.